What's up, homies? Welcome to Sauce.tv, your home for all things skateboarding in Colorado and the Denver area. I hope you enjoy the show. Here it is.
Drop in with me.
Yo, check out these clips from the Breckenridge Concrete Jams.
Pebbles moved by water, so taken from the ocean for new mother and the fatherly. Further from the source, we start to seek the power. The point of our identity, the pain of power. You coward.
Hey kids, they call me Dr. Funk and I'm the cat. So take your ear and listen and I'll fill your prescription and I'll tell you that it's time to go. You see, I got
Concrete Jams at 11 o'clock with the other black and some dope.
by Brett creates Jordyn Barrat, Bucky Lasek, and Andy Mack. Come check them out at 11 o'clock. And we also have a band, The Other Black, coming up at 11 o'clock.
Jordyn, can you give us a wave?
That's right.
We have Andy Macdonald and Bucky Lasek here.
I wanna light the shine on the keys.
That's it. Put that ball over there.
un moco 7, mis palabras tiene hambre, mi boca tiene fuerza y mi voz está grande. You also have a voice, so I say you raise it loud. Coming with the chorus like the lightning from the clouds. All my people, si se puede, be the change. All my people, si se puede, be the change. All my people, si se puede, be the change. Si se puede. No, I said it, si se puede. And I said it, si se puede.
Check out this interview with Sam from 303.
My name's Sam Schumann. Started 303 Boards 1997 out of a little office building, actually, third story.
Nice.
Like where you should have a dentist office, basically.
Okay.
I actually had a little shop called Image for 2 years. We did it for a couple years, and we were just kind of making our own little stickers, and coming from a graffiti background, kind of like skateboarding, graffiti, all that went hand in hand. We started gaining a little following, and then I started selling skateboard stuff. Anyway, it just kind of was not the original concept, so we started 303 Boards. It was me and my friend Joe Gordon, who actually passed away a couple years ago, rest in peace. But we delivered pizza. We switched shifts, so he would deliver pizza in the day and come cover for me at the shop, put his money in, because we didn't have money. And then I would go at night, deliver pizza, come in the next morning, put my money in, buy some product. In 97, I was like, it wasn't really, internet wasn't big. You didn't really have shop product, but I was like, I want to make boards that, boards and kind of off of the Image thing. I want to do shirts, and then I want to do skateboards. I want to do all this stuff that's localized. But you didn't even have, like nowadays you can just be like, I want a shop deck. You go Google online and there's like 50 people that make them. Back then no one made shop decks.
What's the connection with Image and 303 then? Was Image?
There's not. It was IMAGE
Oh,
we
okay.
did, and then Image came about later.
Interesting. That's weird.
I like bringing that up though.
Yeah. That's such a strange.
It is weird.
story.
It is weird. So back then we sold actually skateboards, and then eventually, like, because all the same reps for companies are like, hey, you need to sell snowboards too, because it was all hand in hand. And snowboarding was pretty skate related back then. Like Shorties made skateboards and snowboards, and like 32 was the boot that everyone wore that's out of Etnies S America. So it all was hand in hand, and we sold snowboards for a couple years. We kind of blew up. Like I was just a little shop, moved down into a different level, and then moved into a bigger space, all within a matter of, I was like 21 years old, keep in mind. And then all of a sudden we had like a couple over $1 million years, and we were just like blowing up. I got approached by bigger companies like, we'll buy your shop. And I was like, you guys, I'm not doing this. But I wouldn't even talk to him, you know.
Right.
People are like, reps are coming to me like, hey, these guys want to sit down with you. They want to buy your concept. And I was like, no. Because this is my life. You know, I skated every day I got off work. I skated. Yeah. All my friends were on the team. I was helping film the first videos, helping edit the first videos. Like I was not about to let someone take my dream, you know. Fast forward a couple years later, all of a sudden we weren't doing $1 million years. The snowboard thing was failing. The whole Tony Hawk boom was over, and we'd only do like $500,000, but I was still spending money, like making videos and doing everything like we had $1 million. So we went through a little span of like 5 years. It wasn't very good. It was pretty tough. Like probably should have closed the doors every year of that, but I just kept going. Fast forward to now, the last 10 years has been great. We just refocused, like we're a skate shop, that's how we started. No reason for like fashion, snowboards, like companies they want you to sell runners and fashion shit, and it's just like, we're a skate shop. If you can't skate in the shoe, we're not gonna carry it. Mostly t-shirts, hoodies, skateboards, and it's ever since we put our foot down. About 10 years ago, we were a little open. We were like, we're a skate shop, but this is what we do. But then about 5 years ago, we're like, no, we don't, we don't carry runners. We don't carry anything you can't skate in.
Right.
And I think it's just kind of, with a lot of businesses, it's finding, like, this is what we do and sticking to it, because people are always grasping. I mean, the consumer also, they come in asking for running shoes and fashion stuff. You start thinking, oh, maybe we should, let's get some of that. And You got to figure out what you are and stick to it is what I've kind of learned. And I think the biggest impact we've had as 303 is just we've always sponsored good kids. We've consistently put out videos. We're going to put out another video at the end of this year called Love Hurts. Constantly have photographers that we're paying to take photos. We have all of our kids that are killing it on Instagram. It's just like actually caring because it's important. Like that's the whole reason I started. When I started the shop, I'm like, we're going to have a good team, we're going to have good product, we're going to be the best. And if you lose that, you're just going to start, you know, going downhill in my mind. Yeah. This year we will put out Love Hurts. We're also going to put out about at least 5 21-year parts filmed by different people of old team guys and the new team guys that are just basically like the twins, Sean and Al, here's where they are now, and they filmed a whole part. We also want to make sure the team hangs out with the team for the most part. That's why this new video is coming together good, because they're actually hanging out. And we lost track of that a couple points in this whole thing because it gets hard. As going back to our mission is just to basically keep skateboarding alive. Like if we got to hooking up the right people, keeping the right product on the shelves, making our stuff the best. I mean, when we make our products, they're not cheap. We don't do it off profit because there's a lot of brands that'll, and a lot of them are getting smarter now, but they would just make the stuff as cheap as possible and sell it for as much as they can. I mean, our stuff, everything we produce is like, we want it to be a good skateboard, good wheels. All the product we sell, we want to be good because we want to keep people skating. One of the main reasons we're successful, we're constantly pushing. Like, we never just sit around and just think things are going to happen. You got to make things happen. So we're constantly talking to companies about our next collaboration, talking about our next video, talking about what's our next big step, what are we going to do. You just have to always be on your toes basically and always making something happen. I think in all shops that do it, it's out of love of skateboarding, so I think that they don't go wrong there. But there's also the part that you have to work your ass off to succeed. You can't just, it's just not an industry where you can sit around with this much going on and the internet and everything and just think it's just going to come. Yeah. Definitely have a chocolate collection coming out. It's like apparel and boards. A baker collection, apparel and boards. Happy hour shades, apparel and shades. And those are the only finalized ones. And then we're trying to get a couple more art decks out. So when we decided to open Boulder, it was like we're good friends with, we try to remain friends with everyone, all the skate shops. It's too small of a scene to be like in a bad competitive nature. It's good to be competitive, but not, you know, we'll send customers to Image or if we have to the bigger chains, but we try to send them to at least to like Image, Meta, Crisis, all the local people if we can. And when Sam from Meta's like, he closed his store and like, I'm not gonna reopen. And then Jeremy from Crisis is closing his store this month. We had talked about Boulder a long time, but we wouldn't do it if one of those guys was up there because we're not going up there to like get in a war with friends and mutual skateboarders and stuff. So once we heard that, I kept trying to talk myself out of it, but we found the perfect spot. We had the money, things are going right for us. And so we opened on the hill about a month ago, and so far it's been great. Like the response, customers, it's done really well. People want skateboarding stuff, we have it. We're not going to go up there and be a fashion store. Like, you know, we're going to get the college dude, you know, the college crowd that comes in and asks for stuff we're not going to have. We're not going to mold to that. Like, we are what we are. Right. So I actually didn't even pick up a skateboard till I was 15 years old, but I know everyone says it, but it definitely changed my life. Like, that's all I cared about at that point. I still to this day, I don't skate as much as I used to, but it's all I care about it. I mean, I watch all the new videos. I care about what's going on. I care about the local scene. I still skate a couple times a week, if you still want to call it that. I don't know if it's skating anymore. Still roll around. Yeah, I'm getting old too. As I hit 40, in the 40s, it gets tougher. But yeah, it's just something and that's a lot of our staff too. Like, even if they don't skate a lot now, or they used to, or they still do, like, we actually care about skateboarding. And I think anyone that works here is in that it's changed their life at some point, if it still isn't changing their life. How to word it without sounding cheesy, but I'm sure we're all in the same boat. Once you've had skateboarding in your life, it's like part of your life. Yeah. I don't care if you quit skating, if you only skated for 5 years, 2 years, once you have skateboarding, it's always at least part of your life. To me, it's one of the, they'll keep coming.
Hey, thank you. What's up, everyone? We got the Toy Machine team out here. Check out their demo.
Good distance.
Soy un mocochete y vivo en Colorado. Mi nombre es nada y no tengo enojado. Me llamo la amo de Dios porque somos lo mismo. Todo gente en el frente cuando quieren, si se puede, si se puede. Cuando quieren, si se puede. Cuando quieren, si se puede. Cuando quieren, si se puede.
Good, bro. I had to teach you the sauce so let's get some fucking fools. Family, whoop whoop.
Check out this interview with our buddy over at Speakeasy.
My name is Damien Dixon. I'm the founder, I guess, of Speakeasy Colorado, Speakeasy Skate. Kind of went through a couple different names. We're a couple different things too. Started as a skateboard company, evolved into kind of a skate park directory right now. Doing it since about 2012. Went to college for business management to kind of open a skate company, and about halfway through college is when I decided to just start Speakeasy, so I've just been doing that ever since. There used to be a skate park directory that I think a lot of skateboarders used back in the day. It was the ColoradoSkateboardGuide.com, and don't really know who ran it. It was always just this anonymous thing that I found in high school, and I would use it as a resource all the time just to find different parks and stuff. And in high school, I ended up copying all the code for the website, saving it to a file, and then randomly opened the file a few years later and realized I had all this information, and decided to start plotting everything out on Google Maps and to make something that was very user-friendly. So right when you go to SpeakeasySkate.com, you got the skate park map, which is our Google map, which is incorporated with Google Maps, so if you're on a mobile device, it interacts with that. Then we have the skate park directory, which is all the detailed information on every skate park. So there's over 170 skate parks, and we have the information on where to find it, if it has lights or not, who built it, the approximate square footage. We have photos of it, we have videos if they're available online. We're going to be adding new features in the future with Instagram tagging, so all of your photos and videos will be uploaded directly to the page. The point of me trying to stick around in skateboarding is because I remember the feeling that I got when I first started, and that feeling of, hey, like, I feel like an outcast my whole life. I feel like I don't fit in. I would grab the skateboard and it's like my escape, you know, just the sound of the wheels across the concrete, learning how to do all these tricks, not even having the confidence to go to a skate park or meet any other people, but just the feeling of the skateboard you know, and then that feeling, trying to constantly duplicate it over and over and over, and meeting new people that have the same feeling, and you realize like there's a community that you're actually a part of. And once you realize you're a part of the community, you realize how much it's helped you grow over so many years, you know. And a lot of us are, once you start skating, you're kind of a lifetime skateboarder, you know, and a lot of people go in and out of it, and you run into people 10, 15 years down the road like, hey, I used to skate back in the day, and you know, you're still out there skating. So I think ultimately skateboarding gave so much to me, so I want to give back to it. And the only way that I can give back is not with my ability, but with, you know, a skate park directory or some resources for people that are trying to get into skateboarding, you know. So I just want to give skateboarding what it gave to me. So.
Well, what is your favorite skate park?
That's a hard question to answer. For nostalgic reasons, I'd probably say something small like Stapleton, because that's really where I was introduced to transition skating. Okay. A lot of small features. But I think my personal favorite might be, I love Roxborough. I think everybody in Colorado will admit that Team Pain skate parks are probably the best. But there's some fierce competition with evergreen skate parks and places like Milliken and the new Frisco Park. So it's hard to say. I would say go to Speakeasy Skate, look at the top 10 parks that everybody voted for, and that's probably a good idea of the best parks that are here. A couple cool ways that you can get to Speakeasy Skate. Go to speakeasyskate.com. If you're trying to get directly to the map, you can just go map.speakeasyskate.com. If you want to print out the map, you can go to denvermap.speakeasyskate.com, or you can just follow us on Instagram at speakeasy.colorado, or YouTube at youtube.com/speakeasyskate.
Hey, thanks so much for watching the second episode of Sauce.tv. Stay tuned for more Colorado skateboarding. We'll see you next time. Hey, welcome to Sauce.tv episode 2. I don't know what the I'm gonna say, but you enjoy the show. Stay tuned for Stay tuned for more Colorado skateboarding. We got more coming for you. Stay tuned for more skateboarding. We got a couple more episodes coming your way. Stay tuned. We got more coming. Stay tuned for more Colorado skateboarding coming up next. Hey, you got one more dollar? You don't have one more dollar? $3? Yep. You got one more dollar? Hey, thanks so much for watching the second episode of Sauce.tv. Stay tuned for more Colorado skateboarding. We'll see you next time.